The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Here we go now. Blue, landed.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! Gun!
Looking to throw. Burke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. To throw on 2nd down. Burke. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Gun. Detroit.
Back to throw. Burke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
No. Check. Patriot.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Burke. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 8 on the gain there, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
They accepted the risk, and it was rewarded. What a catch on 4th down to create a first down situation. But one more time, what a catch.
And what a catch. It was close, perilously close to a turnover on downs, but picked up the first.
How about getting his feet down, though? That's footwork.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burke. And this is incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
From the gun, Burke. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Burke. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. The truck. Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriots.
To throw on 2nd down. Burke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Operating from the gun. Burke got his man complete over the middle. That's Jensen. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burke, flush to his right. And some space here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Burke. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the D looking like they may blitz. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. Gets fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So it'll be first down here after the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The play fake. Burke trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and set. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carlson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Let's go!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a second.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
No, check, Patriot! Here we go,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Gun! Leopard! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. He chucks him aside.
Dumped him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
3-19!
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carlson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, 49ers. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, big hit. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down their throat.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 44-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go. No, check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Looking to throw. Burke forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Falcons, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road date next week, as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.